Never mind who you thought I was. I'm Rick James, bitch.
The one and only, the original.
Illastr8 Radio now.
I was born by the river. I was shaking that ass, bending over, popping pizza. I was making that cash. Bring that ass here, boy. Turn it up. Fuck you, man.
Hello, happy holidays, and welcome to another episode with Illastr8 Radio. Please make sure that everyone, we appreciate you for being here and that you're tuned in on our YouTube. So if you're not, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and follow on over there. We are also on WEMS Radio. Hit that live button too. So before I get into the show and everything, how are you doing, beautiful?
Tired.
Still let us say to people that tired.
I mean, it's just one thing to, you know, when we have full-time jobs and being career women, and then having, you know, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, everything coming. We all have our businesses, so you got to focus on that. I have a really big week as my DJ stuff. I have 2 really big weddings that I've been preparing for like this whole entire year, and now it's like crunch time. And then it's Thanksgiving. So
and the holidays are definitely here. My house is smelling like apple pies, and outside smells like smoked jerk turkey, and it is just really good. I'm really loving it. So I appreciate everyone for being here. I'm just going to dive right into my luck segment. Hey. So we were definitely just talking about being overwhelmed, and it is just my luck that for the past week and a half, I have been overwhelmed. Oh my gosh, it has been so much going on. Like she said, with businesses, work, being a mom, and just having so many other things that you have to take care of, and there are not enough hours in the day. So y'all know I'm all about being zen and one with the earth and everything. Take your mental break. It is okay to have a moment to say, you know what, I am going to cancel that appointment. Say I'm going to take one step less to just kind of take a step forward, by taking a step back and processing. And writing things down. That has really, really helped me, even though I haven't been doing it as much. But I want to tell you that it's okay to take time for yourself. It is nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. It's crazy because the guest that we actually are having on tonight, shout out to Ida Blanco Wells, author, entrepreneur, and just everything guru and beautiful. She actually made a post talking about your mental health and making sure that she's a big advocate for that. And we're going to talk some more about that later on in the show. But that's pretty much it for my luck segment. And yeah.
I mean, that was straight to the point.
Straight to the point real quick. I'm not even about to hold y'all up, but it's okay to take a mental break and cancel some things or rearrange some things and postpone and prioritize.
Needed. Yes, much needed. And all of that.
This is my break. I take my breaks in my car.
I haven't even started yet.
So let me get into. Oh, first of all, I totally forgot because I'm just not about to act like my boo is not here with us tonight. Tigray, we miss you. We love you. All of that good stuff. She'll be right back with us here next Wednesday for our next guest, which is also another dope human being, but I ain't going to spill the beans just yet. Let me get straight into our Spit That Itch. So you know how Will Smith and Jada have just been all up in the news this past lately, and I really didn't expect to read this headline at all. But Will Smith, damn son, she used to put it on you like that you used to vomit after having an orgasm.
That's not, but that's like I heard that he had so much sex that when having an orgasm, it made him vomit. So I guess it's not that it was just Jada that did this. Was it before Jada? Like, I have questions with Smith.
Okay, so so he admitted it that he had a very promiscuous phase in his early life, forming from his former girlfriend, Melanie. I desperately needed relief, he basically said. But as there is no pill for heartbreak, I resorted to home remedies, and which was pretty much having a lot of sex. Up until that point in his life, he only had sex with one woman other than Melanie. That is super deep because I've never heard that yet. Regin, Will Smith was 16 when he fell in love with Melanie, but the romance ended when he discovered she had been unfaithful to him. Poor Tink, he's been getting cheated on a lot. Oh my gosh. Although the pair reconciled, they never really fully recovered from it. And I feel like we're seeing a cycle here. While sleeping around was immediate relief for Will, who was married to J. Smith currently now. He had sex with so many women. It was so constitutional disagreeable to the core of his being that he developed psychomatic reactions to having orgasms because he did it that much. So it became like a sickness. Wow, that's different.
That's
He said it would literally make him gag, even vomit. In every case, though, he hoped that the beautiful stranger would be the one who would love him. And I feel like he's still looking for that. I digress. This story is funny to me because I definitely thought that this story was going to talk about his dope part in the Serena Williams, Serena and
Richard. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I everyone basically go see that. I haven't seen it yet myself, but the reviews have been really, really good.
Yeah, I heard
it's
it was
good
really
to see.
good.
Yeah, it's good to see the backstory on that. Talking about sports and everything, and Will Smith and being in the highlight of things. My guy, Iman Shumpert, won Dancing of the Stars. Yes, I am so hyped about this for so many reasons. Because he's the first NBA player ever in the history of Dancing with the Stars to actually win the contest. It was on season 30 finale when it took place Monday night. Iman Shumpert and his partner, Danielle, I can't even remember her. Look, I'm not even about to try to pronounce her last name because I ain't about to get it. But anyway, they won the Mirrorball trophy and making him become the first one. So this is super dope. I'm super excited to see this because he's also he's literally gravity wise, it's challenging to be so tall and to be so light and swift on your feet. But I think it's a plus having Tiana Teller as your wife as well, because we all know she's
and she was probably right there like, no, I don't like how that look. Switch up your feet. She probably was getting him right on together.
She was giving him,
and she's on tour right now, so she was asking all her sold out shows, all them people in there, vote for my husband.
Yeah, she sure was, and she made sure she was super.
They work great as a team.
Yeah, they are definitely great as a team, on and off the camera. I love everything that they do. But I'm also excited because my friend, which I'm also thinking that you know him as well, Maddox, foreign labor CEO owner.
Oh, that's Maddox.
Jacket twice.
He wore his jacket. Yeah, I seen it.
He wore his jacket twice from the Mirror collection, which is super dope because I got to see that collection in person too. And Maddox, everything that you do, I think is beautiful. Shout out to you. So that was a great
he doesn't get enough praise. So big up him, big up his twin brother, big up the whole Ground Zero. Like those, I've known them for years and years and years, and this has been his craft for so long. And a lot of his stuff gets overlooked, and it's really, really dope. So good shot. Yeah. That's a good.
Definitely about to have him on the show too and put him on. I just got to get my jacket first so I can wear it on air as well.
Facts. We gotta get some pants or something. What's up?
Yeah, exactly. So keeping it in the wind of designers, because now Maybach is doing something with Virgil Abloh. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with this particular designer, but I'm bad with names. So
he's the first black designer for the head designer for is it's either Louis Vuitton or Gucci. Listen, don't have me. Matter of fact,
yeah. To be honest, I know your work, so that means okay. So your work is notable, which is super dope. But he has many talents, and one of his talents is in the automotive industry. He's working on a limited edition Mercedes Maybach, following last year's working with Mercedes-Benz G-Class reimage. Virgil Abloh is also to write a second chapter into the story of Mercedes-Benz, this time with Mercedes Maybach, which I think this is about to be one of the sexiest cars ever, because the other day I got a chance to ride in one. Oh my God. Not a Mercedes.
He was a DJ at one point. I didn't know he was a DJ at one point. That's hot. But it says he's an American designer, entrepreneur. He is the artistic director of Louis Vuitton menswear collection.
You were
since
right.
2018. So he was the first Black. I remember them really praising him because, you know, he had that shot and everybody else doubted him, and he came out with the look and everybody was like, yo.
Oh yeah, you got it. I think he started at the bottom. Yeah, he was like a runner or something like that. Or a coffee. He literally started at the bottom. So I remember the story. I'm bad with names, but I don't forget energy. You know what I'm saying?
He's the chief executive officer of Off-White. You remember when everybody was wearing Off-White? I mean, everybody's still wearing Off-White.
Yeah. But now Off-White sold their brand, so that's another topic. I really wish it was still completely blown, but it, you know, we digress. And
that's fine. It wasn't his company, so keep doing your thing, brother.
Keep doing your thing. Yeah, it wasn't his company. Yeah, I'm not mad at him. I'm talking about Off-White, the brand itself. You know what I'm saying? But in the highlight of things and talking about being in the limelight, Jay-Z is in the limelight again. He passes Quincy Jones for the most Grammy nominees of all time. Okay. More than 25 years into his decorated career, Jay-Z continues to rewrite music history books. Hov picked up another Grammy nomination, with the full list being unveiled by Recording Academy on Tuesday, November 23rd, thanks to a pair of features with nominations 81, 82, 83 in the bag. Brooklyn mogul passed Quincy Jones to become the most nominated artist in Grammy history. Jay earned 2 of his 2021 nominations in the Best Rap Song category by appearing in DMX Bath Salts. Rest in peace, X. You know, we love you and you miss you. Alongside Nas and Kanye West. And we know that was groundbreaking in itself. Dada, you see? Or Donda, my bad. I keep saying Dada, but you know what I mean. Donda, is it? Anyway, you know, like Jay-Z is pivotal. My most favorite album is Reasonable Doubt. Just an awesome band all the way around. And I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, he has the most trophies. He's first taking place of the 41st annual Grammy Awards with his win for 1998 Volume 2 Hard Knock Life in the Best Album category. The wins keep piling. I'm sorry. It's now the reserve is hitting in. Okay. So including him being inducted into the rock and roll. I said hard rock. Get it together, Keisha.
It is. It's the liquor.
It's the liquor. I feel like, hold on, wait.
I need to get some of what you got.
I feel like I'm Shaka Khan, because Shaka Khan was definitely on something at the show. I love you, Shaka. Love you to pieces, but I'm feeling like you. Anyway, he was also inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in October, and I think this is fire, Jay-Z. And you know what? What I always say is that he did it on. He's doing it on his own, and he is very pivotal in the game. But nothing is better when you have, not to take any light from him whatsoever, but it just goes to show you that when you have a woman behind you as well, who is also sitting there supporting you through all these things as well, and inspiring you and giving you, that's not really giving you, but providing that support, it's just a dope thing. So power couples are always winning. Like we just talked about another one. So yeah, I think this is super dope. What are your thoughts?
Of Jay-Z? He's a GOAT.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here? Nobody's touching him. I don't care who they want to compare him with. I do not care. Listen, the man is one of the smartest businessmen there are. He pops out when he needs to, and he pops back in when he needs to. And like you said, he's married to Beyonce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you just go on and on and on. And he has all of these businesses. And as much as nobody talks about them, they have such a big impact in the industry. It's like, he's always going to make money. Like his blueprint, everything that is going to follow for his kids in the future, it's like, yo,
It's gonna be
like the way how they laid everything out for their kids and their family. I want to be part of their family.
That's why I said that's legacy. Jay-Z is legacy. That's what you think of when you think of somebody who's legendary as well. So shout out to Jay-Z for that. So the rap game seems to be on a flow right now because apparently Young Thug predicts that Atlanta will continue to run the rap game for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
There's no, okay, we're not going to deny it. Atlanta's a place of top hip hop regional power rankings, period. We recently now, I guess, popping as far as trendy now, but also included some really super dope guests from Kilo Ali, that was arrested development to Outkast, Goody Mob, Jermaine Dupri, Lil Jon, Ludacris, T.I., Jeezy, Gucci Man, Future, 2 Chainz, Waka Flocka, Young Thug. Okay, first of all, I don't know why they got 21 Savage on here because we all know he is not from the United States. Yeah, and Lil Baby. Oh no, Dub Baby's from North Carolina. I'll give it to y'all. Lil Baby might be from Atlanta. So they do have, Atlanta,
all of them.
Yeah, that's what I said. Migos. Atlanta really has pumped out some endless generation of artists. So I'm not going to take that, artists and producers on top of that. But yeah, so he goes on to say that he doesn't see no city taking over Atlanta. He declared when asked what the next 5 to 10 years hold for the big A, because we steady, quote unquote, because we steady having new artists come from Atlanta, bruh, we getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The biggest artists that are popping right now are from Atlanta. We're going to keep going higher and higher. I don't see no other city gaining the #1 spot again because we got it. I'm sorry to tell you, but New York is on the come up, okay? We on the come up. They been started. You know, I ain't even about to look. Shout out to Sin. Shout out to Sin because we about to take over. You see what I'm saying?
See. I mean, right now, Atlanta is holding it all the way down as far as where, you know, each artist, you know, are at, and most of them come from Atlanta. But like you said, I see like New York or even, you know, the West Coast, you know, they got some strong heavy hitters, but will they have the same amount of, you might have 1 or 2, but then it's like, do you have all of what Atlanta holds? So I get where he's coming from, but it is very possible for a city or, you know, a certain town to take over.
Yeah,
I'll be interested to see that, because then I also feel like the sound itself has to change, because right now the sound is very similar.
It's, like I said, it's not longevity to me. It's trendy. So it's like trending right now. Cool. We're gonna see where the next sound take us.
Right.
But yeah, I feel like drill. And I think that's about to be the next wave next, because Pop Smoke started something, and I think those guys up there are definitely going to finish it. If not there, LA definitely has a particular sound. Shit, DC.
Pop Smoke not here. Damn.
Yeah, I just saw his mural the other day. Me too.
He just turned. He ain't even turned 21. Yeah, he is about to turn 21. That's crazy to me.
Movie and everything, right? Crazy, right? So. In our hot take segment, we have an amazing guest that we are both very much familiar with, Ida Blanco Wells, and I cannot. You see how y'all go on though, motion on our. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it really quickly, because definitely we both know her. I don't even know why you trying to fake. She's gonna come. Look, don't do that. And you're gonna take us out and make sure you bring us back in nice and ready to welcome Ida Wells, a mentor, a friend to so many, an author, a director, an entrepreneur, a go-getter. But we're gonna get into all that right after Mimi takes us on out of here. Make sure you play something nice on Sato. Is it?
I'm not.
Or maybe I need to calm down off this.
I don't even DJ. All right, let's get into it. I really don't even know what I really want to get into, but we're gonna do something like this. Let's do it.
bounce, bounce, bounce. Get the bounce, world bounce, 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 bounce.
Alright, let me get into it.
Yo, I'm making short-term goals. When the weather falls, just put away the leathers and put ice on the gold. Chilly with enough bail money to free a big Willie. High stakes, I got more at stake than Philly. Shopping sprees, copping threes. Dudes feed by IS's fully loaded. I guess bouncing in the Lex Luger. Tire smoke like Buddha. 50 G's to the crap shooter. Players can't fade me. Chrome stocks beaming through my peripheral. We'll see you scheming. Stop dreaming, I leave your body steaming. Brothers is fiending. What's the meaning? I'm leaning on any player intervening with the sound of my money machining. My cup running over with hunters. I'm one of the best players that done it. 6 digits to run it. Y'all brothers don't want it. I got the Godfather blow, the Don Juan, the Mongo. Swear to God, don't get it twisted.
Taking up this time to give you a piece of my mind.
You can't knock the hustle.
But do you think you are? Baby, one day you'll be a star.
Alright, y'all, let's get into it. Big up Blanca. She on the way in, so I'm gonna play a couple tunes.
When you call me, I'm on my way. Gotta rush. You're my rose that grew from concrete. In my company, blood clot faith. So beautiful, beautiful, yeah. And you have a front birds, can't explain. She said, if my kids COVID-19, she catch it. I'm for coming in my room, she not believe in it. She said, if I'm not addicted to her, we did it. Yeah, love my baby. Yeah, oh, yeah. When you call me, I'm on my way. Gotta rush.
This my mentor, y'all, so you know we gotta always go into something good.
Me no have no fake blood. Me no have to show fake love. Chat down my back when you see me pussy hot. Don't change up. If you never talk to me last year, this year when you see me, keep the same energy. And if you never support the thing, don't clap on the window. Keep the same energy. Yes, I mean, you're the biggest pussy out and run on your one here. Keep the same energy. Don't leave that out of your memory. Just keep the same energy. Speak on the day, me gonna know we spoil like go down. Bad mind, wickedness, the days when you could have find. I clean to me while you're kissing a punchline. All your bad mind from, glasses boy, all your bad mind from. All your friend them come, carry those boy where the fuck you go down. Can't live like you live no more. Make money straight and I got make your friends. Come around with a smile by your French message. I know everybody run a reel, watch your pussy there. Them a cap while you're dead, them a pussy friend. No matter what you do, them say you never do for that. You not read, this is what you want to do yesterday. Me no want none of them pussy there for real. I be a bad man, not go on lately. Me body be my them, start to shake it. No a long time, them a breathe on me. They did look, you want everybody alright. Start make little money, now I be a fight.
Ready?
See a motor, you want feed, you be a buy. Them friendship a silly cool, fake guy. Oh, God. We could have caused all of this. Round here, the dog and the mouth and lips. The drinks up over here, and me water. Them can't draw me out, me no weed and tax. Now when you stacking up the bricks like London. Watch you a come round, you watch you a shake cash. Watch you a pour your chin, enough of them a play cash. Them not feel me.
Alright, stop, girl, run it.
Can't tell me ever begging, you know my style. That put me Kyle to him, movie with flop that. Hear me have me when I'm money, and me got that. Oh, 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 oh. And as me step in, every girl I feel like chat. Can't chat to my face, only behind back. Some girl I work for them one, just behind man. That's a no-no, oh, 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 oh. It don't depend on nobody, because me have me money. Can't tell me off to spend it, just for me the money. No depend on nobody, because me have me money. Can't tell me off to spend it, just for me money. Independent girl, real number one trending girl. Now fi check when me spending girl. Have me one house, now fi boom fence girl.
Dark truth in the morning, skin clean, still in sore fire.
Hey.
I feel like you live there, now you wanna wear it a show. Hold them the morning, hold them push the morning. Yeah, she blessed from Shumpert. Girl, you know where she wants, sexy and you cute too. Real bad girl, so you do what you choose to. You tell her girl, chuck and stop watch her view you. I worry about people, business, want to phone, why you want the man, and he not use you. Time from your band, no girl, you never lose to. She know where she want. Where she want. You like you want your life. I mean, you know what you like. You're not pulling with them and say, oh, that road with them, man. Pussy right. That's somebody bend over chance. I'm not just up in nothing, just got your road and your nice hour, man. The fun of my job when I'm like in a shaman. I have been mix up, not a lot. You look on them there, but you some somebody.
Let's talk about it.
Y'all get offset. Them sick of me. I beg God now, make you get rid of me. And not everybody get my energy. They love my own company. Them too bad mind. Poor no, you not like me, you know you. Full of bad spirit like a big grow you. Me I go strive and show you. All this success, make them vex. Can't compete like say a contest. When me do good that get them press. Can't mind them one damn business. So them take steps. But me blessed. If you know me, I got alone can't stop this. Can't stop watch me too upset. If you get them address, their life is a mess. Wanna be your on no mind, see the ready that you die.
Let's go into this party mode.
They have a money problem. Laugh, we are laugh and I solve them. Sick bad. You know it's murder. My money, ha ha. My money, ha ha. Money, ha ha. Make teacher laugh out like a Santa. Me want me money, ha ha. My money, ha ha. My money, ha ha. Make your knee laugh out like a Santa. Me want me money pile up. Me money too Quincy enough is style up. So me spend it in a stripper in a shine up. Out a door where me see me money line up. Me have money in a kyle, money in a bungle. Me have money at Tivoli, me have money at jungle. Money a laugh after me, that's why me can't humble. Money to give me mother and me one.
First thing in the morning, when I wake up, thank God for life. Look in the mirror, say bitch I'm the best. Way too blessed. Try. You can never be me, never I. Keep hitting from the side. Let me take this blood clot worldwide. Never had to pretend 10. I'm a 4 times 2, that's a 10. Never ever beg friend. If they're not with me, no worry about them. Whoa, blind man can see it. Whoa, so every day I repeat it. I say, first thing in the morning, when I wake up, thank God for life. Look in the mirror.
Alright, because we're going to thank God for life. We're going to thank God for everything that we have ahead of us for our family. And we always going to be blessed. So I need to make sure I put this in my rotation. Hey.
I keep it happy and I do what make me happy. And nobody can deny me that I'm blessed. I'm a rough around the edges, baby, yes. I keep it happy and I do what make me happy. And nobody can deny me that I'm blessed. Self-preservation, self-elevation. These kind of thieves, they deserve celebration. No hesitation, no reservation. Go for the big leagues, no relegation. Let's celebrate life, kick back and take 5. And give thanks to the source that create life. To see a sunset or see a sunrise. And see my sun born with these same eyes. To see my sun smile bright in every gray sky. He's growing so fast, that's why every day I give it 100, not stop at 90. Praise the Almighty, the Father and 90.
But guess what, man? Guess what? Let's talk about it.
What we do, where we go, how we dress, you know, Papi show.
Talk about it.
You can't tell me what we do, where we go, Oh, be dressed in a poppy show. Me a the star, so me a up on a head. Do me wanna follow you. Me not itch up under no man arm like Roland. Fast position, so no boy can't try program me. Rebel from day one. Real bad girl, so no boy can't try program me. Me no need donation. All to no boy can't try come program me. And you never go hard, give me sit down in a 2020 slavery. Then you give him a chat your business, that a yes man. Too insecure that you're this a yes man. Watch your boom boom, what you call that yes man. Do your one thing, stop fuck with yes man. More fit him love, beg your money for. Can't be a thing for nobody you. All program me, now you never go hard. Give me sit down in a 2020 slavery. Born in a this week. We still shop at DD, now still shop at DD. Now certain places. Me a girl, me no frightened for link, me no frightened for face. Young girl, no for kill. And I am don't hear it. And if you don't hear me, buy me your money, can buy tools for me now your savings. How much say I'm confidence? And you feel learn to depend on yourself. You only could 9 to 5, me darling. And like it, come Friday morning. Some on the door, use conscience. Rather buy here before you buy it.
Alright, I'm gonna go into one more song. And it's
the building.
What a good thing, we don't live free in prestige.
Hey. Blah, blah.
Me and other guys that touch a man as a weird. Like, oh, you white love, give you a dick. Better, me give you a break.
Cause what?
Cause a girl like me nah man, no, nah man over no man. Cause a girl like me nah man, no, nah man over no man. Rich like Shaggy, give me enough money, no. Nah man over no man. You don't act like today, you've been through everything, no. Nah man over no man.
Let's bring in our guest. Hey, Bo.
Welcome, Miss Ida Blanco Wells, aka the Bishop.
The Bishop.
No, it's my fault because I had put that in my repost and we put in there with it, and that's fine.
Yeah, she's been telling me that for years now.
Yeah, so welcome. I think the name actually fits. I think she
Thank you. Exactly.
Because
Thank you.
I love it. The first time I heard her call you that, I was like, that actually really fits.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
It really fits.
No.
You are definitely a boss and a queen, and you think everything beautiful in your own light. So that's what, to me, the bishop means. The bishop stands for power, and you definitely possess that. So
don't say all, like, you know, you know what she does? She does this where she'll try to like humble everything. Oh my God.
I know. I don't try. I really am. So thank you.
No, she is, but I'm just saying, like, she always act like she doesn't. I do the same thing. I think we all do it at some point, but she always.
Yeah, because you understand, like, first of all, as quickly as you get it, it can be taken away.
Ooh,
yes. Yeah.
Okay, so let me give you a proper introduction because again, you're very humble, like she said. You don't like bragging on yourself, and I told you that I'm gonna brag all the way on you, because you have a light that has touched so many, even the blind can feel it and see it as well. You've done so much as far as being an author and I don't know if you're a producer or a director. You're an entrepreneur. You slayed when it came into so many different things: fashion, the dancehall game, being a mommy, being a godmother, being a good friend, and also being an amazing public speaker and mentor. Baby, you are the fucking shit, and we're gonna own it, okay?
Clearly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ida Blanco, tell us a little bit about yourself and the things that you are currently, give us a little bit of backstory about yourself, because we know you, we can brag on you, but the people don't know you.
Wow. I think you said it all.
Okay. Good morning.
They don't know you like we know you, so you got to give them a little.
I don't even know her.
Don't start. Please.
Don't do that.
No.
I told her we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
You don't want me to air you out right now, so don't start. Most people know me as a promoter in the DMV. I was a promoter for 18 years.
That's long. Whew.
She's still a promoter.
And I was going out long before that in DMV dance hall. Like I started right after high school.
Still a promoter.
Give it up, young girl. Give it up.
No, no. You know what you are a promoter of? You are a promoter of growth, of legacy. Of
she is, but she's still a promoter with all of it. She's still a promoter.
Okay, you are so much
to be my publicist. How about that?
You know what? I might, because I got a gift of gab.
Yeah.
I only have my gift of gab when it's genuine. Trust me, I can go real mute real quick. But this is literally from the heart and it's very genuine. So you said 18 years being a promoter. But like I said, there is so much more to you. So let's get into the author lane now and all your growth in between that, because it was a lot of stepping stones and milestones for you. And I want them to feel you and know you like how we know you. They know you, but I want them to know you like how I know you. So,
well, let me say this: she about to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
No, I'm not. Don't do that.
What are you doing?
Like I'm playing. Okay, sorry, I just wanted to break the ice. Go ahead.
So, for a while, my life just consisted of throwing my parties, working, and traveling at the time. And then in 9 years ago, in 2012, I lost my younger brother to suicide. Mm-hmm. And so I started questioning life a little bit more. Like there's got to be more to life than just what I'm doing every day. And I went on a spiritual journey at that point. And what I didn't realize was that was the start of it. But also I started looking at, okay, my time here on earth is limited. Mm-hmm. So there's got to be something I could do more than just throwing parties and monetize it. And then I came up with the idea to do the boutique. So I started doing the boutique, and that's when I took the jump into being an entrepreneur.
Actually,
that was I missed that time period, and I've been going back and forth as to whether or not I want to go back. But it was one of the most challenging yet growing periods of my life. I really had to grow in order to be an entrepreneur, because it's not easy, as I'm sure you girls know. And then at that point, I think somewhere in between there, I'm skipping out, but I had started the Hype Zone, the website. I was a part of Bashment Link Up. God, rest her soul. Kimmy started Bashment Link Up, and she had asked me to join her. So I joined Bashment Link Up in the early stages. I was the first person to go around and take pictures with a camera. And I left Bashment Link Up and started the Hype Zone. So, I've always been doing different things, but it's always like, oh, I wonder if I could do this. I wonder if even keeping a party, it was like, I want to see if I could do it. I want to see if I could do this. So a lot of the things you guys see me do is more so to prove a point to myself. Like, I wonder if I could fly a plane. Like, I'm going to go take flight lessons. I'm going to figure it out. I'll fly the plane once and then I'm happy. Mm-hmm. So a lot of things for me is it's just me challenging me to outdo, okay, what can I do next? What can I do next? Mm-hmm. So I love to read. Like, I'm an avid reader, and I love like urban novels and stuff like that. So, I've always wanted to write a book, but I thought it was going to be based on suicide awareness. So I got this idea to do this fictional novel. And then, I started thinking about the characters, and it just kind of took off. And then I wrote this book. And again, it was just like, all right, let me see if I could do it. But it was a lot of the public reading a story that I wrote on my blog. And I just did it honestly to get traffic to my blog. I didn't expect people to actually read it and enjoy it and say, oh, Ida, you're such a great writer. I was just
Part 2 coming up.
Right. Mm-hmm. I was looking at a tough period in my life, like, okay, I never spoke about what really happened. So let me blog about this. So people will go to my blog, and everybody was like, yo, you are a great storyteller. Yeah. So that's what really inspired me to write the book. And now I'm supposed to be working on part 2, but I've been all over the place, honey.
Yeah, y'all see the phone. Yes. Boss Ida, I love it. Dance hall. Can't wait for the part 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm working on it. I really need to sit down and devote time to it. But I had, the women's empowerment event, and I had all of these other things that I'm doing. So it's like, all right, I need to settle down and really get this. You guys are waiting on this. I'm waiting on this. Like, I want to know what happens.
So I want to see what's going to happen too. I'm not even.
I can tell you guys right now, Ratty is my favorite character, so he's not going to die.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So thank you. I need that.
Let's drop the gem, y'all. Okay.
That's all y'all getting. He's my favorite character. He is it.
If not that.
He's not gonna win. So that's okay. Because I had questions. I'm glad you said that. Okay.
I still got questions, but
all right, let's go. I'm ready.
But okay.
So what did I say? Yeah, the writing.
So you did that. You had your transition into writing Love and Dance Hall. And to be honest, it was I read it in a day. It was definitely like a page. No, because I don't like to read, but like the code is
right.
I'm gonna keep it a band. After your convention, I started to read more, like the 4 agreements. I'm on that now.
Yes.
And okay, so The Coldest Winter Ever was one of my favorite books. Oh, you got it on your bookshelf. See, there you go.
Right there. I love this is my Bible. Like
Bible.
It is.
Bible, yeah. You definitely go through it pretty quickly, but it took me some time. But anyway, so The Coldest Winter Ever was my favorite book. Yeah. So read a book that I could actually, like, I read Coldest Winter Ever like twice. I've never read a book fully through, period, much less to read a book twice. And that's sad to say that, but your book was definitely a page turner for me as well. So I think that being able to write and to come up with those ideas creatively, it had to like empower you to like do other things and want more as well from yourself. So that transition in to get to now your current role of what you're doing, as well as being, behind the scenes, producer, director, those types of things. Like, how did you tap into that arena? Because you so much hype zone.
I don't know. You need to know.
No,
it just happened.
So I left the DMV and moved to Atlanta. It wasn't necessarily my idea. So, moving here to transition and all of that, I tried to re-enter the workforce because I had been an entrepreneur for the past several years, but now I'm going through a separation, divorce. I'm in a new city. Like, all right, I got to go back to work. But everything that I was trying, I wasn't getting. Now, my history or my background is in corporate event planning, meeting planning, stuff like that. So I'm going on these jobs, overqualified, this, that. I'm like, why am I not getting these jobs? To the point where I started getting discouraged, like, what am I doing wrong? Not realizing that there was another door that was
God had something else for you.
Yes. And that door was television productions. And it was somebody that I knew at the time that actually got me the job. And it was only supposed to be for like 6 weeks. And what was only supposed to be for 6 weeks turned out to 2 seasons. And then it led to ESPN and Bravo and Nickelodeon and, all of these different shows that just kept happening. And at the same time, I'm still like, okay, God, this is what we doing now. Okay. Like,
just going.
And just going. But I've lived long enough now to understand that everything that we go through is actually in preparation for the next step. Mm-hmm. So now it's like, even since March, I've been on a job in the accounting department. And I'm learning the accounting side of television production. It's not what I want to ultimately do. But when I got the call and was like, hey, do you want this job for a couple of months? I was like,
sure, why not?
But obviously, God put me here for a reason. So let me be very intentional with learning the financial side, because that's going to make me a better executive
producer. Mm-hmm.
So now I'm on a Food Network show and I'm doing their graphics. Had I not taught myself how to do flyers for my party, you know what I mean? Okay. Then I wouldn't be sitting here doing the graphics for a Food Network show. Mm-hmm. So everything we go through, ladies, it's amazing to now understand it and see it. Even my time on the radio, before that, when I had the Hype Zone, I was interviewing artists. So when I got on the radio, it was very easy for me to interview artists. Fast forward now, doing producing, that's what you're doing. You're sitting behind the screen, asking the lady, interviewing them, asking them questions. So everything is leading up to this point. And what I'm doing now is preparing me for the future. And that's one of the biggest lessons that I want to get across, especially to my young ladies. It's like a lot of times we spend so much time like, this is not where I want to be. I want to do this. I want to do that. Not realizing like God has you right here.
Setting you up.
Then pay attention. Don't get too comfortable because you're only here for a short time, not a long time. But it's gonna pay out in the long run.
So you talked about your mental transition as well. You are a super big advocate. On a need for stop it,
She's
stop
like, if I didn't have, listen, I don't have a sister. And I swear, having this one in my life, I feel like this is what having a sister would have felt like. She's so extra. And I'm extra, but she is so extra. And I love her.
Not extra.
She's only extra. No, she only extra because she love you. Like when she love hard on you, she be extra with you. That's just what it is.
Extra.
But that's how our relationship has always been, because we don't always talk every day, and we don't have to because we both have a very full plate. But when we talk, we catch up, and it's just like, you know what you need to do, and get it together, wake it up. And that's about it. We've had our moments where we cried out, go ahead and cry, get it out. All right, wipe your face, get it together. I'm the emotional one. She can get emotional too, but she more like, the big, get all right. That's enough.
What's your sign, Ida?
I'm a Cancer.
I knew it.
Wow.
He's so cool, yo.
I wasn't always this cool though. I'm telling you.
Y'all are temperamental.
But it's growth. But it's so much growth. Like, you just be around somebody, you just see everything. You see the levels of growth you see, because she's known me since before I had kids. Yeah. And now look, Malachi is, you know what I'm saying? So my oldest is 15 in 2 weeks. So
wow.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So she's like, you know what I'm saying? You see,
dance hall kind of, I say it all the time, like it's not for the weak, but it also kind of prepped me. It gave me thick skin. It taught me how to get to a point where I had to learn how to ignore the shit. Excuse my language.
No, you can't chat. Say when you want to chat. We are free range.
We had to learn how to ignore the things that people had to say about me. And then once I really mastered that, it was like, all right, now you got to master your emotions, especially after like my separation and my divorce. I let my emotions override everything. And everything just fell to the wayside because I was caught up in my emotions. And it's like, you can't do that again. So I set out on a journey to try to master my emotions and recognize when I'm being triggered, recognize when I'm overreacting, recognize like, all right, it is what it is. What you gonna do? Ain't nothing you could do to change it. What you gonna do?
Like, how you gonna? Exactly. But you're a big advocate on mental health. And I was literally just talking about that earlier, that I was having a week. I mean, it's been a long week. It's been a long couple of months. And I just had a moment where I literally allowed myself to feel what I wanted to feel. I canceled a couple of appointments, said, you know what? Okay, well, I'm going to make this easier for me. I'm not going to make it so hard for myself. Take a step back, breathe, and to get moments. But your post basically said it's okay to take a break away from, to separate yourself from others so that you can allow yourself some clarity to kind of think and to reground yourself again. You're a big advocate on mental health, and I think that has a lot to do with, your past. But how do you give, like, it's crazy how you're like right on point. I feel like every time I'm feeling something, well, not every time, it's been multiple times where I felt something on your post, and it's just like, damn, the universe, did they send her to come talk to me?
That's the bishop in her. I said it. I know.
I've had people refer to me as a prophet. I always say I'm just a vessel. But to be honest with you, a lot of the things that I post about is stuff that I'm either currently going through, just
been
got
through.
over, or I've gone through it and I just had a conversation with somebody and I'm like, hey, somebody needs to hear this. But it's all stuff. I only speak on things that I experience. So I can speak.
Me too.
I know I speak with authority. So that post was just, it was me. Like literally last weekend, I had somebody, you know, messaging me. I had people messaging me. They need this, they need that. And I didn't answer because I'm like, I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
And I have that right. And I am in therapy. You know, I started going to therapy again last month because I know when it comes to processing grief, I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
You know, the first time I had to go to therapy was when Raw Dog died. Because I was going through anxiety and thinking I'm having heart issues. And they were like, there's nothing wrong with you. And then I had to go to a therapist.
Bro, that was my big bro too.
When my brother died, same thing. I realized, okay, you're not processing this right. You need to go to therapy. So literally with my friends passing away and knowing I had the women's empowerment event, I knew, okay, Ida, I was angry. You remember that show we did? I was angry, but I also knew that I couldn't pour into you ladies if I'm in that space and I'm walking around with that energy. So
but like, look how God works. I've been saying this lately because I started to see so many connections with this person, that person. Our other co-host, T, Lucky wasn't on last week, but she's not in the dance hall community. Lucky knows her outside of it, but I'm just meeting her, you know, starting with the show.
Yeah.
And it's been a few months now. We've gotten closer and, you know, I tapped into what happened with Raw and Ryan.
Yeah.
And go figure.
That was her DJ.
That was her DJ for one of her karaoke nights. This person. Like, I'm just looking at the connection and everybody. And I'm just like, yo. And that's all I kept thinking about was our show that we had at, you know, for, you know, me and Ida were actually guests on
Lazy Radio. I was definitely tapped into that live.
And it got so intense. And it was just like, we just had so much on our chest about the situation.
I was angry.
And to see the men that were around us, the Prince and Jason and Raw, and like, you know, to see them tap in and hear what they had to say too, because I think that we all put in so much input that sometimes, you know, like let the men speak, let them speak so they know exactly where their head is too. And to see them tap in and to really get compassionate and emotional about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you know, we all a team and da-da-da-da-da. And rest in peace, Raw and Ryan. And I didn't go to the grave. I went to the funeral, but I didn't go to the gravesite just a few days ago. And it's why, because I'm looking at it like we had the funeral and Raw was the person next to me at the gravesite. Raw was the one that was right there holding us. We're going to get through this. Look what we just talked about. We strong, and you know, and look at all of the words that he installed.
And still,
who would have known less than a month later, who would have known that that's where we're going to, and you know, and that just lets me know like how everything is connected into. God is always trying to prepare you for something. And it's like, you know, we might not see it. And of course, a lot of times we don't know, but those are the things that I think I'm more tapped into right now just because of how everything and everybody is connected in some way.
And then you gotta know, like, we're all on borrowed time. You know, and one of the things that this experience of the last 6 weeks has reminded me to do is really live.
Yes.
I want to know, and I don't talk about, you know, death and my death. I don't believe in putting that energy out there. Right. We all know, you know, one day it's going to happen. I want to know, like, all right, I did everything I wanted to do. I experienced what I wanted to experience in this particular lifetime. So I gotta start living. I gotta start doing this. I want to do this. I want to jump out of a plane. I
think we need to do that together in Atlanta when you do.
All right, we all post the pictures.
That would be so. That's definitely on my bucket list.
That's not on my list right there. I'm all right. Thank you. I've done enough dangerous and compromising things that I'm just glad I'm still in one piece. I don't have no broken bones. I'm still in one piece. Let's thank the Lord for that.
I'm looking at ATVs. We could go ATV riding.
ATVs.
Oh yeah, that's easy. Okay, we can do it.
ATVs are fun as long as we're not going to be in a terrain and you got on your helmets, because them ATVs click off. My sister-in-law had an accident on an ATV in Mexico. Oh yeah, no, she's good. She's good. It was slight. She just a little cut and that was bleeding.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, I think we got to be responsible. But no, I am looking into something. I've looked at mansions. They're a little bit more expensive than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna pay for it. Look.
Yeah, I have to get to the point where I can feel this is my problem. Like charging what things are really worth, because I'm always like, oh, I don't want to charge too much. And
did you see her face at Mimosas in Conversation when what's her name? The wine.
Pull out your
cash. Little Portia. Where she sat there, she said, "Everybody pull out your phone. What's your cash app?" I was like, "No, I don't want to." What is your cash app?
I didn't ask you.
Yeah, that's not what I asked. What is your cash app? Say it again. Okay, everybody got it. Okay.
Look, she was like,
she didn't know what to say. Just shut it up. God said,
yeah. It followed me. Like I didn't want her to do that, because it was like I wasn't. Yeah, I put some of the money into the event. But it was like, this was my way of tithing. This was my way of giving.
Yeah. No, baby, you give back. You give back a lot. You give a lot of free consulting. You give a lot of free
mm-hmm.
And you do give back. So that event, I would have paid for that. Whatever the price you would have charged. I was at the first one, and I was glad that everything lined up, that I was able to make the second one. I was supposed to be in New York, and then
last minute she was like, "Oh no, I'm coming."
I said, "You're better." I'm like, "Can I still get a ticket?" I said, "I still want to come," and I'm so glad that I was there. Talking about just Raw, everything that they had going on, and the plans that you all had as well. I'm looking forward to you all. I'm not going to put it out there yet, because I don't like putting things out prematurely and while it's still in the thinking process, but you already know what I'm talking about, and I'm looking forward to that, for our guys as well.
That would be amazing if we can make that happen.
Yeah,
I mean, one thing at a time, though.
And I can talk, at least, I had met Raw when I was there. It was the Monday after Opium. Not Opium, Lord Jesus.
Back in that time. Opium, all right.
What you say? You said Opium coming back? What you say?
No.
Okay.
You heard it here. I am not keeping back.
Y'all did hear it here first. Illastr8.
No.
Opium is on her mind.
The day after, I'd met with Raw and two other gentlemen to really put the wheels in motion. So it's, I feel like I have to, continue. I have to see it through. I just have to. He was really at the head of it. So I really have to find somebody that is really, as a man, he really wants to be a part of this conversation, because as a woman, I can't facilitate that conversation.
Yeah.
I can put it together, which was what I was doing. But Raw was really the one that was going to, spearhead this whole thing. And we had a date set up for the first meeting and everything. So it's like, I have to see this through. I have to.
And I
just have to find the right men that want to be a part of this
conversation. And he's going to be right there.
He will be. And I know I got to see it through for him. Like, I know, so yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. So what do you have coming up next? What is Miss Blanco? Because that name fits you too, okay? That name fits you too. Boss up all day.
Opium.
No, it don't have to be. It could be Opium on a grand scale, different level.
Yeah, Opium. The second book coming. She about to put on her own. The second book going to turn into the sitcom, because she about to direct and produce it.
Movie. I was thinking movie.
Because I'm finna be in it too. And I'm just speaking that in my life over myself, because I'm ready.
Right, you in the second.
And
what do I have coming up? I am currently I'm going back to California Monday to work until the week of Christmas. I am working on a new lifestyle brand inspired by Mimosas and Conversations. I want to do more self-development, more empowering women. So I'm working on a workbook right now that I'm going to release for the new year.
Oh, that's nice.
But my cousin actually came up with the name because I was, we came up with the term, Tosh came up with the term lionesses, right? So I was looking into it, but there were a lot of different lioness network, lioness this, lioness that. So I was talking to my cousin, and she was like, "Why don't you do the Ida Network? I dream abundantly."
Oh, that's kismet. That is kismet.
So Ida, being Ida, has already created the brand. I dream abundantly.
Love it. Yes.
You guys are seeing this first. These are the samples. I've created a journal.
Yes.
And the colors are based from
nudes.
And the event, Conversations and Mimosas.
Yep. So this is gonna be the journal.
Conversation.
I have pens, abundance pens. So I'm working on.
I'm so annoyed.
I'm on this new brand, but
because I was on your line after that. Okay, so when's the next event? And when is it going to be next? He's like, just give me a second. We're going to do something in Atlanta.
Yes. So spring. I'm looking at either probably April, sometime in April. But spring is when I want to do the retreat. It'll be limited. It'll probably be no more than, I can't find anything to accommodate because I want every woman to stay at the mansion. Mm-hmm. I think the max I can probably do is like 16.
But I must say, if not, baby, we can bring blow up. Then I got you know.
I was about to say,
because I want to have a chef that's there all day that cooks our meals. I want everybody
to have a little sleepover. We be all right.
We're gonna have a slumber party. We're gonna do yoga. We're gonna do activities. We're gonna brunch. I'm trying to have a pool. So you know what I mean? So it's I want us to, it's going to be a whole vibe, but
you want us to relate, relax, release. I know that's what I'm talking about. Relate.
I'm working on having one of the coaches from Fix My Life be there to help us with a healing process. So I'm working on making sure that it's a great event, but it's going to be small. It's going to be small.
Okay. Well,
and after that, of course, I'm gonna do Mimosas and Conversation every year. In the DMV.
Opium.
No opium.
That's probably opium thing, Virgil. I love the party. Don't get me wrong.
I know, but now I feel these events feel more fulfilling. So especially
that's true.
So for me, I'm gonna do more women's empowerment events. Yes.
And you need to bring your mother. Listen.
She's a blessing. I love her.
Yeah, she's about to leave the country for a couple months, but
I'm here for her.
She'll be at the next Mimosas. Like, Mimosas, that's gonna grow. I'm gonna really grow that. My goal is to grow that to a size of a convention center. So
okay, well, I am so glad that you were able to come on our show. I look forward to everything that you have going on. Y'all heard it here first. She's doing something, a retreat for women's empowerment. Yes, she has her second book that's going to be coming out sooner than later. We're looking forward to that. She's establishing her lifestyle brand, Ida. Okay, I dream abundantly, speaking everything in light and love and existence, and I'm fucking so here for it. Okay. So where can they find you on, social media or even your website? Because I'm sure you have all of that stuff going on too as well.
You can find me Ida Blanco, Ida_Blanco, Facebook, Ida
Google.
Blanco. Google. I'll come up probably at this point.
No, you are up, baby. Because I was like, let me just see what I can see. Because you said I don't want to brag on myself. Like, let me do some research to see what else I know or knew that but I already knew everything anyway. But it was just good to see your name on Google.
Good, so you can write my bio for me. So anyway,
I have no problem. I'm gonna baby. I can brag on you. Okay?
Listen, I will pay you to write my bio because people ask for bios and I'm just like, I don't even know what you're saying.
Because you don't want to brag on herself. Who does that? Okay, brag on you.
I did the same thing. Y'all cussed me out. I had no bio, so I don't know what to put.
Look, I have one either. one too, so I guess we was all in the same boat. But again, it was a pleasure having you on. I look forward to having you. You're welcome. And I look forward to having you on before the events take place too, so we can do some promo as well. And maybe Illustrate wouldn't mind sponsoring someone to go as well. That'll be super dope. So Stiletto.
Yeah, we got to get you back on so they can meet T.
Anytime.
And, catch the energy because T missed out on meeting you. And I think
we definitely got to bring it back.
I think they would be real good in conversation.
I think
because T is like a motivator and too. Like I think y'all would be real good.
I would love to meet her. So I would love to come back anytime.
That's perfect.
Good vibes over here.
Good vibes. I love it. And it was a pleasure and it was my honor. And before Stiletto takes us out of here, y'all make sure.
Okay, hold on.
Go follow her at looks like hold on, wait. Just a little 2-minute joint. Ida Blanco, Ida_Blanco. Make sure y'all look up her book, Love and Dance Hall. I will see y'all back here next week. We have a dope fashion show that we are going to be attending. Somebody's got to do it this Saturday.
I'm not going to be there.
Well, Illustrate will be there. We're going to represent. We're going to make sure your presence is still felt.
I know, guys.
It's Saturday. It's just a day trip. Come on. Anyway.
No, I have 2 big weddings that I've probably been planning for probably the whole entire year. One being my boss's daughter. So
get that money.
Yeah, we're on a.
But
I'm building right now.
One family, one blood. Where they see T or me, they see you or I.
Yeah, we still represent Illustrate all the way. Tell homeboy with the dreads, holla at me. Also. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Mondays. My website, House of Stiletto, will be into play. I have a few sales and I have some nice little something. Okay.
Well, y'all make Amazon and y'all go to House of Stiletto and y'all go to Bonafide Services. I know, right? Y'all go to
Hey, listen, anybody that is on the Amazon, chill out. All right. Chill out. All right.
Which I got
my day complicated. Chill out. All right. And don't make no sense that I got 11 boxes for one house. Like it don't.
Yeah. And it ain't even Black Friday yet, so you can't.
I did it today. And I was looking. The neighbor was like, all of that for them. Talk to your neighbors. Chill out. All right. Chill out. Everywhere got a sale.
Rampant, and hopefully somebody make sure that we got something good for Stiletto too, because y'all need to leave a tip. When y'all know that y'all ordering all that stuff, I think that y'all should actually leave a tip for the delivery person. We need to get a tipping system. Amazon.
Yeah, some people do though. Some people do. It just depends on the neighborhood. It depends on the person. We have a lot of people that leave out like coolers and stuff. They might leave out little snacks. I mean, I don't really take all the snacks. When they leave like juices, Gatorade, stuff like that, waters for delivery drivers. That's always nice. That's always appreciative. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So
that's sweet. That's really sweet. So y'all make sure y'all check my newest episode out on Magical AF Podcast as well. I'm an artist, and remember, I'm sensitive about my shit. So I did a little poem joint, and talk about memories. But anyway, y'all check that out. Stiletto, go ahead and take us out.
When's the book coming out?
When's the show coming out?
A show.
Book.
When's the movie? I'm talking about Ida. When's the movie coming out?
We talking about her.
Oh, because Lucky already knows what she needs to get on.
When's your book coming out?
I didn't know nothing about a book, but I literally just picked up. I haven't written a poem in years. Honestly, mentally, I do it all the time. I might write little notes, but this one, it was like I felt it. I was able to relive what I was feeling in that moment with that person at that time and being in that space. So creatively, I have to feel it. Like you said, you only speak about things when you're passionate about it.
Oh, here's what I have for you, not to interrupt you.
Okay.
I feel that you can do a collection of poems based on that whole story that you just told, like from beginning to end, can be a series of poems, not just that period that you wrote about, but
lucky you give her time to think. She's gonna dig in your ass.
Is this a guy?
It was a guy, yes.
Okay. So you can do a poem about when you first met and what that was like that whole, you can do a whole poem.
I could. I could.
Right. And take us through, where'd she go? Oh, there she is.
I'm right
and
here.
Take us through the high and the lows, but as a poem. And put that together as a love story.
You gave her some time. As she gets time to put stuff together, lucky
because
the love story ends with your self-love journey. That is your story. So write it. All right, I'm done.
Write it. Look, write it. And that's it. Spoken. That's all you get. That's it. Write it.
No, but I saw it so clearly. Like when you said the poem was about a specific, it was therapeutic for you. Yeah, but also, I don't want you to focus. And a part of your healing would be also acknowledging the good times, also acknowledging the fact that, this was, whatever the connection was, and then honoring the fact that things end, they supposed to, and then realizing, and then what you've learned about yourself. And I feel like those collection of stories in poem format.
You literally just gave me a whole.
I did. Told you.
You gave me the outline.
This is what she does.
You
never talk to either one-on-one. This is why you need to talk to one-on-one. This is why, because this is what she does. And you see what she said? She did it all over your life. She saw it. She gonna tell you about it, and she gonna say, write it. And every time that you talk to her, she gonna ask you about it because she want to know what the progress was on it. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. She gonna ask you what the process was on it, where you at in the process, and what you doing.
I gave you the full blueprint, baby girl. So at this point, it's on you.
Yeah. See, look, I don't know what else to tell you. I said it already.
Nah, I'm actually sweating.
Today's TED Talk.
That's the bishop. That's the bishop. That's where it comes. I'm telling you.
So go ahead. You know what? Take us out on some boss music because you literally. This don't happen to me often.
Breathe, Lucky. Breathe. It's okay.
And now
this is what she does.
I don't even.
It's what I do. At some point, I'm gonna monetize it and charge people for it. But I just felt it. I saw it so clearly for you. You know what I mean? Like when you said what you said, it was like, oh, she can put together a whole book. That's why I said, when's the book coming out? And you're like, huh? What book? And then when I outlined it for you, and you know the story, I don't.
But I felt that though. Because anybody can tell you, if I told them who it was, I literally write a whole book. And it would be of beautiful moments. It would be no malicious, nothing at all. And over sexual or anything like that. It just
a love story.
Oh, yes, it is.
And nobody has to know who it's about other than you.
And they won't.
You're writing it the same way that we listen to maybe Summer Walker's music. It's like, you're writing about something that everybody can relate to, especially as women. When I wrote Love and Dance Hall, I didn't specifically tell anybody's story, but I told stories that we've all seen so many different times. So when you read the book, you felt like, oh, wow, this is real. Like, I really know a rat here. Because it's relatable. So what you've experienced, we all have as women have gone through heartbreak, baby girl.
Yeah. Write it. That's what you said.
And to end it with your self-love journey, because you can see like you're glowing, you're happy, you're wearing your bright colors, the sun is shining, your element. It had to be some healing that was done. So this will be the final stage of that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Look, we can just end the show on that note, to be honest, because the bishop has spoken. I don't even need no music. You were the fucking music for the outro. Like I'm literally, I was at a loss of words for a second, but I want to
write it board.
Yeah.
Start, working on your outline, coming up with the name of the book, what size it's going to be. It doesn't have to be long, but that's your goal for 2022 is to get that done. And when you're ready to self-publish, contact. I'll give you my printer. You print your own books, you sell them yourself. Like, let's go.
Oh, that's That's fucking lit. I'm sweating. I don't know if y'all can see. I got goosebumps.
All right, we're gonna go. That's it. We're gonna wrap it up.
You've gotten this over the years, but
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm just like, this is what she does.
I believe she's gonna do it. You're gonna get it done.
I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna organize my shit. Cause this is something that I do all the. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I'm not even gonna do no long talking. It just is what it is. I'm gonna get that shit done.
I'm watching. So
the next time you talk to her, she gonna ask you.
I know.
Let's don't talk to her until you get it together.
No. I'm talk to her. I'm gonna give advice along the way too. So
absolutely,
I accountability. I have I have chief qualities, but when it comes to being an Indian and also being held, because Indian is when you're held accountable for something, someone's holding you accountable. I need that. So I don't shy away from it.
You got to learn how to self-regulate, though. You got to learn how to hold yourself accountable. Like nobody can call you on your bullshit more than you can.
Yeah.
You know, we're going into a new year. So now, you know, there are things that you want to do. This for you is not going to cost any to get it done. It's not going to really cost you any money up front. This is just you sitting down and writing. Then when you get to purchasing the books, if you decide you want to purchase them and sell them, you can. If not, you can put them on Amazon. You don't have to come up with a penny out of your pocket. But this for you is more so, all right, let me set a goal and let me achieve that goal. And that's what it should be about. Like, let me achieve this goal. Like, I've been bullshitting. But then at the same time, you got your podcast, you're on a show, you're doing things. So this is just another one of those things that you're going to get done.
It'd be, and this will be for me. And I think
for you.
Yeah, I appreciate
it. And then at next year's mimosas, you'll be able to sell them. Hello.
Stressful.
I love it. Okay, so again, everyone, make sure y'all tune in WEMS Radio. The interview will be up on our 7 on Demand channel, Roku TV. We will be in heavy rotation. This episode needs to be replayed over and over again because not only, again, the bishop has spoken, she is inspired, and she's really lit a fire under my ass and under so many others as well. Yeah. And I appreciate you. We genuinely appreciate
this. I'm going to really start. I think I'm going to set up I'm working on setting up a mentoring program to really do this for ladies. I love doing it. And it just comes to me just like that. Like, oh, you need to do this. You need to do that. So
the life coach mentoring thing definitely within you. You definitely have. So go ahead and Stiletto. I guess you could take us out briefly. I don't know if Tony even wants to do that because we went almost 20 minutes over.
No, we're well over. He said close out like 20 minutes ago.
Oh my God.
Sorry, Tony.
Bye, Tony. We love you. We will see y'all here next Wednesday at 9 p.m.
Happy Thanksgiving, lady.
Stiletto, take out of
I'll
here.
play phone.
See you soon. Bye. And it was a pleasure.
I want to know who motherfucking representing here tonight. Hold on.
How can I explain myself?
Louisiana shit. Murder on the beat. Something y'all to cut up to, you. Yeah. Everybody get your motherfucking roll on. I know shorty and she doesn't want no slow song. Had a man last year, life goes on. Haven't let the thing loose, girl, it's so long.
We'll see y'all here next Wednesday from 9 to 10 at Illastr8 Radio. I'm DJ Stiletto. You know what it is. Happy Thanksgiving. I was born by the river. I was shaking that ass, bending over, popping pussy. I was making that cat.